What's up, family? This is part 2 of the last video. So you already know, as you come into the building, remember to hit that like button and definitely share this one like the last video, because we're not gonna let this nigga get away with this fraudulent ass interview and these fabricated resume and all these false narratives that he's telling. So part 2 of this fact checking. Like I said, I called it. I ain't gonna do too much talking. We don't really need an intro. So we just gonna get right into it, and I'm gonna give my commentary as we go.
Apparently, you don't consider yourself a part of the conscious community.
Yes, sir.
However, a lot of us, what's the podcast called? Sonetta. A lot of us know you originally from being featured on Sonetta's podcast.
Yes, sir.
I believe in New York. You know what I'm saying? With
yes, sir.
Brothers from the.
That nigga, now he want to tell the truth. If you go back to his live streams where he bragging and boasting, he was talking about he's self-made. He built himself from the ground up. He did everything came off of his hard work. You know, he ain't nobody help him. He did it all himself. Let him tell it. Oh, but now an outside party is telling you, no, bro, we know you from Sonetta. That's where we know you from. You want to agree with it. You better be careful there, little buddy. And I don't know if anybody else noticed, it looked like they tried to put some makeup over that broken out ass face.
Jesus Christ.
Oh hell no! It looked like they tried to glock that up with some makeup, and it just shined right through the makeup.
Conscious community, you know what I'm saying? And so
face look just shiny.
Like, why don't you consider yourself a part of the conscious community? You know, what's your relationship with the conscious community via brother Sonetta? Yeah, the couch.
I got a hell of a story for you, champion. When he tried to play me on a contract and brother Polight scammed me, I almost had to do brother Polight ass to get my money back.
Can't lie, he telling the truth about that contract. They said allegedly Dirty Frankie tried to bind him to the couch with a contract. But that part about Polight, oh yeah, and the part about Polight, he did scam me. But this is a scammer complaining about being scammed, and he wasn't ready to shoot Polight. You come on, bro. Don't try to make it sound gangster now. You took him to court. Do that sound like a man that's about to shoot somebody? No, that sound like, I mean, he probably is capable of it. He'll shoot at his baby mom's house with his kids in it. He's capable of it. But he wasn't about to shoot that man. He took him to court. You sued him.
What? Oh yeah, I got a story for you. So this is what happened. This how I got involved with the conscious community. Now, once again, I want to reinstate, I'm an Atenist. That's the Egyptian form of Buddhism. Most people are not aware of that, as I'm on my...
Now, before you start lying, let's not forget who he went to Sonetta with. Nature Boy. Oh my God! You better be careful there, little buddy. Him and Nature Boy's having them bussy boy sleepovers. Oh hell no!
My journey to reestablish Egypt as a global empire, so I just for latent terms say I'm a Buddhist. Now, I had like 40,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I did a lecture I did like a 4-part series or something called the 76 trillion year history of the black race or something like that. It's actually still in my university now. Sonetta jumped in my comments.
I noticed he be throwing his university in there, splashing it in there, sprinkling it in there every other, it's on my university. I got 1,000 hours on my university. I want y'all to remind y'all, he not paying the people that's running the university, so the videos don't work. So if you go to that university, you will be charged. And even if you unsubscribe, you're gonna have a difficult time trying to unsubscribe. And I've had some people come and tell me that not only did it charge him, it charged them double. So go to that university at your own risk.
And was like, hey man, could you come give this presentation on my platform? Now to me at the time, I'm fresh out of prison. I don't know shit about this man like that. All I know is it's a lot.
Come on, bro. You're lying. If you teaching that type of stuff and you're running in them circles, there's no way you don't know who Sinetta is. Especially if you're on YouTube. That's a goddamn lie, bro. Let's go. Come on, bro. Sinetta is the one who started. He is the godfather of this shit. He like Don King of the conscious community. What are you? Come on, bro. Come on.
A lot of black, seemingly educated people here. So to me, I felt like, well, perfect. It'd be the perfect opportunity for me to showcase.
See, and this is what bothers me. He always talking about black educated people. You didn't go past middle school. Oh my God! How are you judging people on their education? You have no credentials. You don't have a high school diploma. You don't have a GED. You don't have a degree. You don't have a doctorate. You don't have none of those things. What's that other one called? Your associates. You ain't got enough. You ain't got nothing. But you always talking about black uneducated people. You're in that category. That's why I see now. That's why he always pointing at everybody. Oh, you black and uneducated. So nobody don't notice that he's the black and uneducated one. Just because you read a couple goddamn books don't make you educated.
Message.
I am, you know.
No, just because you read the first page in the back of a book don't make you educated.
Message.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So boom, he invited me to give the lecture. He invited me to get his presentation called The Bible is Based Off Astrology. Now, it was that, and then also I had a friend who I believe he's passed away now. His name is we go by authority. His name was Robert Kirkland. He was a God body from Brooklyn, New York. Now I met him in Wyoming.
What's a God body?
Like, how can I explain it? People that believe God is within themselves, like basically like Wu-Tang Clan back in the day. God, body, arm, leg, arm, head, peace. God, what's the science? What's the days, mathematics? You never heard all of that?
No.
Oh, 5%. You ever heard of 5%?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a God body.
Yeah, I know Christians also believe that God is within them, and they're,
Yeah.
they say he's a God.
So I met Robert Kirk.
Oh, see, you see how his views change. You shit on he definitely he shit on religion. Oh, my baby crying. Apologies for the baby in the background. You totally trash religion every chance you get, especially Christianity. Especially Christianity. Now you want to be like, yeah, agree with the dude because he's the guy allowing you on your platform. You better be careful there, little buddy, because it's a whole different thing. The way Christianity believe God is within you, in the way God body believes it, are totally different ways, two different things. You can't compare the two. There's two different belief systems. So for him to go yeah, knowing that shows the fakeness.
In Wyoming. And when I got out of jail, I still held him down. So I was still sending him money, writing him, with him. And that was my man. And I have to say this because it's a lot of crazy shit going on. No homo when I say that was my man. I mean legitimate friend. Now with that being said, he was up in age. I think he was like 65.
I don't know too many niggas that I'm writing and putting money on their books in jail that ain't blood. I'ma just, if you ain't my brother, or at least you gotta be blood. We gotta be close. Really, we had to sandbox close. Like, you gotta be. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
I I wouldn't be surprised to say if that man was about 70. Now, me and Robert got cool because for one, they sat me right next to the man. And then for two, he was infatuated by how well I knew the law. Because I don't want to disrespect Robert Kirkland, but I was better than Robert Kirkland with the damn law. And this is
Oh my God, now he's saying he's better than Robert Kirkland. If you're better than Robert Kirkland with the law, wouldn't your knowledge of the law tell you not to put on Instagram, one bullet will be shot into the house void of life before you went and shot your baby mom house? Wouldn't it have told you that? Wouldn't your knowledge of the law have told you not to call her, the manager of the apartment complex that she was living at, and tell him that if he don't get her out of there, you gonna shoot it up again? And he recorded it. Wouldn't your knowledge of the law tell you that? Wouldn't your knowledge of the law tell you not to threaten to do something to your lawyer? Threaten to go down to her office or publicly and then try to go to her office? Am I tripping, y'all? Am I tripping? Because he's saying he's better than Robert Kirkland with the law. Come on, bro.
Somebody that's been in jail for 25 years, all he do is go to the law library. So he was intrigued about my skills of how intelligent I was. So, whatchamacallit, we used to rock out. Now, the God bodies got what they call...
Notice he keeps trying to like imply or like flex his intelligence. Cause I'm intelligent. You're overcompensating, bro. That lets me know. This is a man, think about it, y'all. This is a man who did not get past middle school. Didn't even spin back to get his GED. That's trying to be in the conscious community. He's overcompensating. So he's always going to point at his intelligence, his what he knows, or, you know, try to make himself seem smarter than what he is. Bro, oh my God, man. You better be careful there, little buddy.
The 120, which is 120 lessons, and I memorized his whole in 37 days. So he was just intrigued by my intelligence and my ability to remember. So when I got out of jail, I'm like, okay, while I was in there, I used to be, three-waying his family for him. He used to be calling his son, calling his peoples. Just imagine being 60-something years in jail. 60-something years old in jail. You've been here 20 years. Everybody forgot about you. Right. So I'm basically putting him back in contact with the outside world. Now, when I got out, they hit him at the board, but I still kept making sure he was straight. Now, he had asked me to go to the school in Mecca, which in translation terms would be the 5%er school in Brooklyn, in New York, and asked them why they don't be responding to his mail. And even when I was in there, I wrote to school, and they didn't respond. So I'm like, cool. So I was already going to New York anyway for him to go to the school. So when Sinetter asked me to come out there too, I'm like, cool, I could kill two birds with one stone. I go do this interview and I go to the school.
Wait. I just want to point something out. Notice he's not mentioning Nature Boy. Oh my God! Somewhere in this little short story, Nature Boy has to come into play, because he connected with Nature Boy to get the Sinetter.
So when I go to New York, I went to the school, boop, dubbed me. Nobody let me in. I don't know if they was there or not, but nobody let me in. They dubbed me. So I'm like, okay. And I just told Robert, like, it ain't me. I don't know what you want me to tell you. It's a dead end. And then boom, I went on the corner. I think it was 125th, and there's a video. I think I got my hat backwards. And this is where I first met Seti at. And Seti, this how me and Seti got cool. He was the only one that defended me. Now, if you see in the video,
he talking about when he did that little sweetness thing, when he rolled his eyes and flicked his and flinged his hair. He talking about that. And when Unc sat his ass in the corner, took the mic from him, and told him to shut up and go sit in the corner. You don't know what you're talking about, young boy. That was the first time we saw him on Sarnetta. Matter of fact, that was the first time I seen him on Sarnetta. I'm not sure if that was the first time he was on Sarnetta. That was the first time I seen him on Sarnetta. And I'm like, who this young boy? I thought he was kind of smart for his age. But then I was cracking up at the fact how they put him in the corner. Nigga, sit your ass over there in that corner. This is the grown folks talking. That's basically what he told him.
Talking about astral projection and chakras and just don't even talk about. And or didn't start talking.
How you gonna say that Shaka talks about it? How you gonna, bro? How long spirit science been out? How long Hinduism been out? Are you serious? See, this is the problem that bugs me. He acts like he's the only person that studied outside of Christianity in Egypt. He acts as if he's the only one.
Until now opened the door. But I'm talking about these type of things, and you see all of these dudes out there basically trying to heckle me and trying to play me like I'm crazy, like I don't know what I'm talking about. And basically, that was a setup. So
he said they tried to heckle me. Now he trying to say it was a setup. No, don't try to explain your way around them putting you in the corner and telling you to shut up. You regurgitating information that you don't fully understand. That's pretty much what they told him.
Like, he asked me to come out there to do an interview, but then when I came out there, you had like 15 on the corner ready to try to basically jump me. So, boom.
Basically jump you? Sarnetta had no clue that you was gonna come out there talking about astral projection and all that other stuff. Why would they want to jump? Bro, why would they? When Sarnetta does things, when he brings people together to have a conversation. Now, when you went out there with all that extra stuff, you took it to that level. And then they sat you down and let you know that you on the right track, but you fully don't understand what the hell you talking about. Go sit in the corner and listen to keep studying and listen to the grown folks talk. That's basically what happened. It's a setup. It's always a setup. Everybody in the world want to set Pharaoh up, according to him.
From there, I go do the interview at Sarnetta spot the next day. It was another guy ended up having to expose later down the line named Nature Boy.
Yep. Oh my God! There you go.
Nature Boy was there. Now Nature
there you go.
Boy wasn't even supposed to be in the interview. So like when you see the Sarnetta interview and he sit next to me, that was never even supposed to be in there.
So how did he get in your interview?
Yo, you see his face when he did that? Go back and look at his face when he said that. He wasn't even supposed to be in there. He upset. Yeah, he was. He was your ride. You ain't even have a way to get there. You was sleeping at his house, my nigga. Y'all was buddies. Y'all was butt buddies. Y'all was butt buddies. Taking pictures and all. I got the picture. Y'all look like a happy couple. You look like his side chick. In that picture, you standing over his shoulder like this, smiling.
Sarnetta told me to come up.
Okay, so y'all never had a relationship prior to that?
He was cool.
I think he butthurt because it was his interview and Nature Boy got more clout for it. Nature Boy overshined him in his own interview and he was butthurt about it.
But he came out the same way everybody else came out because I told my fan base I was going to New York.
Right.
So he rocked out. He was cool. It's a video on my university. I think it's called the Black Woman is God live radio where I'm sitting in the car. And I mean, he and the driver, his baby mom in the back and my baby mom in the back, and that's because we was all out to eat. Because what I used to do after my events, even I did an event down here in Dallas. After my events, we would all go out to eat or go to the movies or something. So like I just rock out with my fan base. I wouldn't just end my events. So after I did that on the corner, we went to a restaurant out to eat, and I ended up getting on a radio interview. So I ran to the car. And I I never even told that to come in the car and record. It just came in the car, plopped the camera on, and started recording while I'm in the middle of a radio interview. But I said that to say cool. So I'm like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
On some fan shit.
Fan shit, but I wasn't on it like that. You know?
See, he trying to make it seem like he was a fan, but you was the fanboy. You was staying at that nigga crib. How he the fan? I'm lost. Nature Boy had his whole thing. When he did that interview and outshined you, he blew up. You was his fan.
You know, I wasn't on it like don't record. I didn't care. A lot of people record, but I'm like, you done left all the way out the restaurant eating with your baby mom, whoever, to come. In my privacy moment, I'm sitting in your car because I don't want to be in a restaurant to come record whatever. But long story short, so
what bothers me is he's trying to make himself seem oh so amazing, and then when he get around people just want a recording. They either want to record him, they want to listen to his intelligence, or they want to drug him or do something bad to him. Everybody want to do these things to young Pharaoh. He's just so amazing that everybody wants to do one of those things to him. You better be careful there, little buddy.
So boom, when I'm at Sinetter joint, Sinetter asked me, do I know him? I'm like, no, I don't really know him like that. He just gave me a ride. He cool though, he Gucci. And then Sinetter was like, yo, do you want him to come up? I'm like, I'm not really with him. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing the interview. So Sinetter told him to come up. He ended up coming up, getting on the couch.
That don't make sense. Why would Sinetter ask you, do you want him to come up? And you tell Sinetter, I'm not really with him. And then Sinetter calls him up anyway. What sense does that make? If I ask you, yo, you want the bull to come up here? And you tell me, I'm not really with him, he just my ride. Nothing in my brain would tell me that you want him to come up there. That made no sense. You said he asked you. He specifically asked you if you wanted him to come up there. And you basically told him, nah. And he turns around and calls him up there anyway. You better be careful there, little buddy.
And it's not clipped in there no more, but I remember when we went live, by the end of the live, because when Sinetter edit his interviews, he cut the back off. So like, let's say we was doing this and this was live, at the end he'll let people call in and speak to the guests, but when he put it up, he cut that off. Why he cut that off, I don't know, that's just his style. But at the end, they was cussing Nature Boy out. They was like, yo, we young Pharaoh, but we don't this. And then we on the,
Here go the lies.
The fuck is he talking about?
Here go the lies. You said you cussed him out. You said you cussed him out. You ain't nobody say nothing about Sinetter and them saying anything. See, here we go with the lies. Every time he told this story before this, he said he cussed him out and he checked him in the car. Go to the Nature Boy, Young Pharaoh versus Young Pharaoh. It's a video of them two arguing. Young Pharaoh said he checked him. He didn't say nothing about Sinetter saying, oh, we fucked with you and we don't fuck with him, and they all cussed him out. He claimed that he was the one cussing him out. He checked him. Now all of a sudden it was Sinetter and them that didn't fuck with it. You better be careful there.
so boom, when I get on the interview, I do that joint, but then at the end, I told Sinetter, I'm like, listen, as I told you before I came down here, your right-hand man, his name is Brother Polight, just scammed me for $500 when I first got out of jail. So that was another reason for me to go down there.
So so you had gotten scammed from Brother Polight
Before even invited.
New York.
Right.
Okay.
But he never knew that.
He not lying about that. Polight did scam me. But you was trying to be a fanboy. You was trying to do what Polight... Listen, if you go back and watch Young Pharaoh start, you will see everything that he was doing was an imitation of Polight. Even down to the tattoo on his face. Right now as we speak. Polight was the first person everybody heard say the black woman was God. All of a sudden, young Pharaoh saying the black woman was God. Polight, when he used to debate, he wore the eye of Horus around his eye. He would paint it around his eye. This man gets it tattooed on his eye. He was being a fanboy, and he tried to buy the Polight credit restoration microwave package, and Polight burnt him. He was trying to be a fanboy. He was trying to get the Polight special and take his whole. Basically, that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to mimic Polight, and why wouldn't you want to buy his package if you're trying to mimic him? Why not get the whole blueprint? And Polight burnt him.
So it's like, so you accidentally invited your right-hand man, one of his victims. But you never knew he scammed me. Because like I said, Polight scammed me when I first got out of jail. By the time Sinetta called me, I had like 40,000 followers.
Hey, real told us some real money though.
No, he didn't. Matter of fact, I can't even confirm that. Don't give me the line. Don't give me the line. But he was telling the truth about the Polight situation. Polight scammed him, but he was being a fanboy. But this is a scammer complaining about somebody else scamming him. This is why I highlighted this. This is a scammer complaining about being scammed. This man opened up a GoFundMe in Sandra Bland's name. Sandra Bland's mother and her family had to check him. They had to check him because they didn't know him and none of the money was coming to them. He lied about the YouTube case. They still want that money. People, you said you was gonna give the people their money back. Where their money at? You spun back around. You dropped the case. You dismissed the case and then spun back around and asked for more donations. We got the documents. You dismissed the case years ago. So this is one scammer complaining about being scammed, and you over here trying to act like you exposing Polight like we gonna care. No, we don't care. But that's just my humble opinion on this situation. Let me know how y'all feel about it in the comment section. Don't forget to like, definitely share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Make sure it's on all so you can be alerted and notified whenever I drop this heat. It's your boy, the one and only Brenda's baby, Remiel Ma'at. You were just tuned in to Ma'at TV. I see y'all when I see y'all. Until then, you better be careful there, little buddy.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
I do cocaine. Don't tell nobody.